we have a brand new segment that we call Fresh from the Comic Shop. Fly from the press and salon. Y'all get that? Do you get that? Hit us up in the comments if you get that. It's Chris and I are having fun with that. Anyways, what we do is we are going to share with you our favorite pickups from the past week. These could be brand new books. These could be dollar bin books. These could be books we just got from off of eBay and shipped in the mail. So we're just going to get to it, Chris. We're going to get to it.
Let's do it.
I'm going to start here, then you'll go. All right?
Let's do it.
So here we go, guys. I love this series. Firepower. Robert Kirkman. Chris Samney. Outstanding. The series, I absolutely love it. It's one that I read immediately when I pick it up each week or each month. I haven't read this issue yet, but I absolutely love it. And I can't tell you all enough. Pick this series up. It is fantastic. So much fun. It's basically kung fu with supernatural powers. Art is incredible. I mean, come on. I am loving Firepower, and you all should be picking that up. Pick it up for, first issue. Let me know what you think. It's pretty cheap still. This is issue 6. I'm really happy I picked that up. Chris, your turn.
All right, guys. My first pick, Terran Clark variant of Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 20. This is, now I'm not big on variant, like I don't spend big money on like incentives and all that, but this is just a cover price variant. And I thought it was beautiful, beautiful white background. And just look at that art. Look at Miles, just boom. So this is one of those that I picked up. This is a book that I would go press up, send off to CGC or something, or maybe even EGS and get a custom label on it just because it's so beautiful. I'd like to hang it up and showcase it. But look at that. Got it loose, waiting to put in a Mylar. Definitely can get some 9.8 action on that, but that is a cover right there.
I absolutely love that cover, and I didn't pick it up. I just didn't. I don't know why, but that is a fantastic cover. By the way, tell us what you guys are picking up too. Also, Joe G grabbed 2 version Blacklight variants for King and Black number 1. Those do look amazing, Joe G. But everybody, continue telling us what you guys picked up in the past week. So now it's my turn, and this is an interesting one here. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw this coming. And I've read the first couple issues of this series, but Daredevil number 25. This thing, once the news came out, this thing was sold out like that, like gone. You could not find it anywhere. Luckily, my comic book shop held a copy for me. I haven't read it yet. Again, I'm sorry. Well, I'll get to the books that I actually did read, but I'm super excited. I already know what the spoiler is. I don't know if and Raider Bear, I love this cover too. This cover is freaking awesome. But I'm not going to mention what the spoiler is. I wouldn't be mad if you guys mentioned the spoiler, but I'm psyched to read it. I'm psyched I got it. It's going for $30. Just came out 2 days ago. $30. So happy I got that. Chris, it is now your turn.
Speculators ruining the hobby.
He's not serious.
I'm just kidding. All right. No. Okay. All right, guys. I love it, man. I love it. Okay, this book, I showed this actually. All right, you guys are getting. I recorded a video today, guys, for my channel, but I didn't upload it. So you guys are getting a sneak peek. Okay, this is half of a key haul that I did. Semi-key, but it's really awesome. I explained it in the video, and for all you awesome viewers, I'm going to explain it to you now. Amazing Spider-Man, my favorite superhero. The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 is my grail run, right? Like, if I had one run to complete that's not already complete, like, some other complete runs that I already have, it's my Amazing Spider-Man. Will it ever happen? I don't know, man. Those are some early expensive issues. But I got one that I've been hunting and looking at for a couple years now, and I finally pulled the trigger. It was actually an auction, and I was surprised by my winning bid. I thought it would be higher. I thought it would go higher, but it didn't. And it's an Amazing Spider-Man number 66, early cover appearance of Mysterio, and just a beautiful cover. But guys, when I saw this book, I'm like, that book is in better shape than I even expected from the pictures. Although what I didn't notice when I first opened it is there is a subscription crease. that you could kind of see a little bit in the center, and it breaks color barely in a couple of small little spots. But I can press that out and get it pressed out more. Before I saw that, I thought this book was clearly like a 9.0 at least before a press. Seeing that though, I don't know, that's going to knock it down, but extremely beautiful, really nice white, really sharp corners still. But the really cool thing about this is because this is a book that I've been looking at for literally years. It was meant to be, guys. I put my high bid auction on it and I won it. And if you guys could see that right there, that is a date stamp that says August 13th. August 13th is my birthday. How cool is that? A book from, what is this, 67? How's my memory off the top of my head? 1968 has, and for my Grail run, has a date stamp with my birthday on it. I just thought that was awesome. Meant to be. I'm so happy I finally have this one to add to my Spider-Man run.
Yo, that is a sharp cover. Like, seriously, man. Like, Chris and I didn't share our books before the show, so this is fun. That's amazing, by the way. And Joji and Planet Arizona. That's what they both said. Kismet. Boom. Right there. All right. My turn. Here we go. All right. So here are books that I have read. I'm loving this series. I see B. Schnur has put his comment on this as well. Thor number 10. Guys, what Cates is doing with Donald Blake, bringing him, like, where the hell did this guy go? And the spin that he put on this, making him into an evil, it's just absolutely insane. I am absolutely loving these. Last issue, number 9 and number 10, fantastic. Actually, this whole series has been great. So I'm really happy about picking this up. This is an excellent run. You all should be picking this up as well. That's Thor number 10. That's all I have. Oh, by the way, I don't have bags or boards. I need to buy some, so don't judge. Thank you. Chris, your turn.
Man, you just kind of semi-spoiled it for me because my next set of books are the Thors, because I have to wait. I have to wait a month for my orders. And what happened with Thor was I actually started reading it when, like, issue 7 was right when it was coming out. So I ordered these as back issues, but my back issues piggyback my pre-orders issues, so I save on shipping. I didn't get these until yesterday, but I got issue 7. Love that cover. 8, Alex Ross Timeless cover variant, and 9. So yeah, so I'm not even close to 10 yet. I got to read these few, but I'm with you. Like, even not being up to date, you know, even though I know there's been some pushback on the Black Winter thing and how it correlates with Galactus and whatnot, and they're like, oh, you're undermining Galactus. And that aside, I'm really enjoying where this is going. And I was supposed to start reading these last night, but I was reading something else. So hopefully I'll start reading these this weekend and get caught up.
All 3 of those covers are fantastic.
Yeah.
7 and 8, it's a great story. It's kind of a side story, and it's kind of, in a way, whimsical too. I loved it. 9, you're going to absolutely thoroughly enjoy the twist that they're taking with Donald Blake. It's crazy. All right, my turn. This is a book that me and millions of other people have read. I saw some in the comments. I can't remember who said it, but it is King in Black number 1. This could have been an overly hyped, series, because even they've been talking about it for years. It was awesome. Like, it was absolutely action packed. Absolutely, just like, Null is a badass, even more so than we thought. And it's the action's nonstop. The kind of the sentiment there with Dylan and Eddie Brock. It just really, that was kind of touching in a way. This is really good. Solid start. I'm excited to see where this goes. I will not be buying all of the tie-ins. I will not be buying the variants. I'm keeping my blinders on, sticking to King in Black and Venom. I did enjoy this, and I think anybody who has enjoyed any of the Kate's Venom run, you'll really dig this. So that's King in Black number 1. Chris is still waiting on his issue, so no spoilers. Thank you.
Yeah. Ironically, it came out on Wednesday, I'm not going to get my order until, February sometime at the end, or excuse me, January, because I got to wait all of December for all my previews orders to process. So I'll be a month late on that. But you know what? I'm really thinking about spending the few dollars to buy the digital copy and just read it. So
it's good.
I might do that this week. So
absolutely. All right, your turn.
All right. So this is just, I wanted to show this off. I actually went through this and read a lot of it, and it's the Future State preview. And it really has me excited for these books. I didn't order, I pre-ordered the Wonder Woman run. I pre-ordered the Superman and Wonder Woman, and then there's a couple others. I don't know if I got the Batman, which I'm regretting now because I was reading the little preview about the Batman one, and I'm like, man, I should have got that one. But I'm really excited about these stories. And the one thing that I'll say about reading through this and reading the synopsis and whatnot, I can't, besides the haters that just want to hate, I can't, we don't have the stories yet. Who knows if the stories are going to be good? But the idea behind what they're doing here is so cool to me. It's like, I don't understand how people can't see something like this and say, hey, that's comic books, man. That's comic books. They're taking characters and placing them in the future that we know and love with new characters. And they're saying, how many of us that love comic books or love the sci-fi genre and whatnot, how many of us love future storytelling, like future settings? Like, we are so intrigued by what's going to happen in the future, right? And that's this whole thing. Like, one of my favorite storylines as a kid was Days of Futures Past. And that's why I really enjoyed Cable and Bishop, because it was like, oh, anything that involves the future. So that's what's going on with here. I'm sorry, anybody that hates it. Look, if these come out and you read the stories and you're like, you know what though, that story was just garbage. It was whack. Until then, if you're hating on this before it comes out, I'm going to question really why you're hating on it, because I'm sorry, there's a lot to be said here with where they're going with this. I'm hyped.
Yeah, I don't understand the hate. I don't understand, like, no, that's not for me. We know one person who was like that. We don't see anymore. It's like, but you don't give it a chance. I'm giving it a chance. I'm psyched about it. I do have that Future State preview. I haven't read it, but I am definitely getting a couple. I'm intrigued with that Superman. It looks like him. It looks like Battle World. It looks awesome. I'm intrigued by the new Wonder Woman. I'm intrigued the new Batman. So I'm gonna get a few of these. I'm not gonna get everything. It is a bit crazy. I think it's 24 issues per month for Future State, which is a little out of hand.
Yeah, they're going crazy with the titles. That's for sure.
Yeah, so but I am absolutely on board with a lot of those. So yeah, I don't understand when people are like, no, not without just read it first, okay, before you make the decision. If you want to call it trash, then fine, but read it first. All right, moving on. My turn. I pulled the trigger on a major, well, not major key, but what I think will be a major key at some point soon. We are talking Darth Vader, #3, Dr. Aphra. I just got this off of eBay, decent price. I've been eyeing this thing because there's a ton of rumors that she's going to have her series, and I figured it's a reasonable price now to pull this on what is already being considered a big Star Wars key, a modern key. Very happy to have this in my collection. I like a lot of the stuff they're doing with Star Wars. I like a lot of the Darth Vader stuff. So yeah, super psyched. Darth Vader, #3, first appearance of Dr. Aphra. Chris, your turn.
Nice. That's a really good pick, by the way.
Oh, wait, hold on. Planet Arizona. Ooh, that's gonna pop soon. I mean, that's one of the reasons I kind of pulled the trigger on that, was because of that. I think it is as well. I wanted to get it before you hear any kind of any mention of Dr. Aphra on Mandalorian, if it's gonna happen. So, anyways, moving on. Chris.
Right. All right. So you guys, again, you know me, big Spider-Man fan. And let me just give a little backdrop. I got really tired of Dan Slott writing Peter Parker, man. Ever since Brand New Day, I'm sorry. I read it all. I still read it all. Superior Spider, Doc Ock doing all that. That was okay. But when Nick Spencer came on and started writing Spider-Man again, I was like, this is great. this is great. And one of the first things he did was he brought back Mary Jane. He brought her back. Actually, he made Dan Slott write it into issue, what was it, Legacy like 801, because that was Dan Slott's last issue. And he said, Dan Slott, I'm bringing her back, so you better end it with making that be known. And Dan Slott like, man, I thought I killed her off for good, man. Anyways, right? So we've got a lot going on currently in Amazing Spider-Man with Last Remains and this character Kindred. So these are, I'm at 51, but they've been doing 50 Last Remains tie-in, 51 Last Remains tie-in, and these are the Last Remain tie-ins right here. Now, so here's my take on this. I've really liked this character Kindred and how we've been seeing this character in the shadow, what he's been doing behind the scenes, but we kind of got a supposed reveal, I won't say who, of who it is, and I'm just like, what? And it's just kind of, honestly, I'm like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it right now. But everything else surrounding it is really appealing to me. And I can't wait to find out what's going on to then be bought into it, right? And what's really interesting with what's going on is that now Doctor Strange is involved. And I think that Nick Spencer has been building up these, what has it been, like almost 2 years now since he took over. I think Nick Spencer has been working his way to tying in to go all the way back to One Last Day, right? Where Peter Parker made the deal with Mephisto to, erase his memory, everyone's memory, to forget that freaking him and Mary Jane got married in order to save Aunt May's life. Right, which I thought DeMatteis actually did that, and I thought it was going to be something that was temporary. But then Dan Slott took over, and we went freaking 10 years plus, over a decade, with not having anything happen. I think Nick Spencer is bringing that back. I think Peter Parker is finally going to remember that he made a deal with the devil, and that him and Mary Jane were married, and they're already back together, but it's going to really dive into that. I think that's my perspective on it.
All right. This is kind of sacrilegious for me to say, like, I'm a diehard Spider-Man fan too. I think you and I have discussed this at length, how much impact that character's had on our lives. I have not collected this new run at all. I've heard mixed things about it. I know who Kindred is. I'm like, what? I know what's happened with Slott and all that stuff. It's interesting. I'll pick your brain about a few things on that. But that Doctor Strange cover with Spider-Man, I can't remember what issue it is. That is outstanding. That cover was outstanding. Oh
yeah, I have it, but
I cannot remember what issue that is. Right. That cover's fantastic. Anyways, moving on. This is my last book of the week for Fresh from the Comic Shop, and this is one I need Sith Lordy and Azor's Tiger to see. They're gigantic Star Wars fans, way bigger than Chris and I combined, I would have to say. But I think this is the biggest book I've found in the wild at the cheapest price. So I'm talking Star Wars Kanan number 6, first appearance of Sabine Wren. I picked this up out of a comic book shop for $2.50. That's $2.50. This book is going for around $75. So I was super psyched to find that. It's in decent condition. This is probably the biggest book I found in the wild in a situation like that, where I'm digging through long boxes at the comic book shop. I was shocked to find this. I was absolutely shocked. So hopefully we're going to hear from Sabine Wren soon. Hopefully that leads us to, Ezra Bridger and all that good Rebel stuff. We'll see. But this is my last book of the week. Star Wars Kanan, The Last Padawan number 6 for $2.50. Christopher, you get the last book from this.
That's
week.
Nice. Yeah, I don't have number 6. I do have number 1, which is on the top 10 this list. That one's been hot too. But yeah. So this isn't one that I picked up, but I wanted to show off just to talk about it because I read it. I've had these and they've been in my to read for like 3 years. because I'm a huge X-Men fan, and I would love to know what the audience thinks of this, whether they chime in tonight or leave it in the comments. But huge X-Men fan, but I haven't read a lot of new X-Men stuff. I recently have been going back and rereading like the Uncanny from the 70s and going into the 80s. I've been reading the original X Factor run from the 80s. But I just recently read Death of X. I read all 4 issues, and I don't know what to think of it, to be honest. I didn't really know what to think of it. I thought the writing was decent and it was entertaining, but I'm going to dive into some. I'm going to read like the Power of X next and whatnot. And I know that led into Inhumans versus X-Men, but I'm going to just say, as much as I was, slightly entertained by it, it didn't pull me into where I wanted to go read Inhumans versus X-Men. I have no desire to read the Inhuman versus X-Men right now. So I just that's what I want to show off. It's just, I don't know, man. I just felt like Cyclops has always been a dick, right? But I thought that like Cyclops was kind of even more of a dick than I expect him to be, and it was just weird, and which just makes me question like how these characters have been written over the last few years. And but yeah, I'm kind of bleh to it. I don't know. Did you read that, Jeff?
No.
Yeah.
It's been hard to bring me back into X-Men these days too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is. Like I have a finite amount of time to be able to put my attention towards in terms of reading comic books and stuff. And if it doesn't grab me with like a preview or anything like that, I'm not gonna do it. And I see Azor's Tiger here. House of X, Powers of X will bring you back, dude.
Yeah.
Hickman, man. I don't. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I lack the intelligence to be able to absorb his freaking writing skills. I read his Avengers run, and that was the last I've read of him. Azor's Tiger. What's that?
Who's the author?
Hickman.
Oh, Hickman. Okay.
Yeah.
Not really.
You know what?
Knowing him, huh?
It's on Marvel Unlimited. Maybe I'll pick it. Maybe I'll just check it out. But yeah. Anyway, so
really quick, it's funny you bring up Hickman because I'm actually reading the 2013 Infinity series right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only on book 2. I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing the elements that they brought into the Infinity War movie. But I kind of hear you on his writing style. His writing style is really kind of interesting. Sometimes it's hard to follow.
It's like, whew.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyways, but that was our first installment of Fresh from the Comic Book Shop. Fresh from the Comic Shop. Fly from the Pressing Salon. We'll be doing this every week. It's something we love to do, talking about the comic books that we pick up. And next week, it'll be a whole new batch.